Reporting from the Montana Legislature, I'm Elinor Smith. The House Judiciary Committee heard testimony Wednesday on a bill that supporters say would address substantial problems with how Montana responds to sexual assault cases by expanding sexual assault nurse examiner or SANE training and services to rural communities. Republican Representative Amy Regier from Kalispell is sponsoring House Bill 79. She says the bill will provide the Department of Justice the ability to address sexual assault at a statewide level, to provide trauma-informed medical care that is not only crucial to the health and safety of the victim, but to the investigation of the crime.
Serious gaps have been identified in Montana's systemic response to sexual assault, for which there is no ongoing state-funded resources. The goal of House Bill 79 is to improve access to quality, standardized post-sexual assault care, train responders, and statewide coordination. Medical care and forensic medical evidence exams are often the first step in a sexual assault investigation. Both are critically important for the recovery of the survivor of the assault and the future of prosecution.
According to data compiled through the Montana Board of Crime Control, in 2021, there were 576 reported cases of rape in Montana, a 10% increase in 5 years. 15 proponents spoke in favor of the bill, including medical professionals, law enforcement representatives, and Montanans who have been affected by sexual assault. Dana Toole is the chief of the Special Services Bureau of the Department of Justice.
From a criminal justice perspective, increasing our access to SANE exams and also survivor-centered a trauma-informed response to victims is critically important to prosecuting the offenders of sexual assault.
Other proponents of the bill urge the importance of expanding SANE access across Montana through both telehealth services and in-person training. Supporters said these services are especially important in rural Montana, where some victims have to drive hours without using the restroom, showering, or changing clothes after an assault to avoid destroying evidence that could potentially help find and prosecute their assaulter. House Bill 79 would not only expand SANE training, but establish a multi-jurisdictional team within the Department of Justice to regulate the initiative and coordinate the investigation and care of sexual assault cases and victims. The team would be composed of both law enforcement and medical health professionals, which supporters say will create more efficient investigations while simultaneously prioritizing the health, safety, and comfort of survivors. Alan Doan from the Attorney General's office says that the improved collection of evidence could save the Department of Justice money on court costs.
But if you get strong forensics, you get a strong prosecution, you get a lot of plea bargains, we believe that the savings from not having to go to problem because you have good, solid forensics will more than pay for the costs in the fiscal note.
According to the bill's fiscal note, the initiative would cost the state's general fund about $140,000 a year for the next 4 years. No one testified against the bill on Wednesday. The committee did not take immediate action on the bill.
This legislative update is brought to you by the University of Montana School of Journalism, the Montana Broadcasters and Newspaper Associations, and the Greater Montana Foundation.